Peter, can you hear us well?
Yes.
Great.
Great. All right, so.
Wait, I'm sorry. I said I would do it, but we just,
I have to get.
I needed to download it.
Get ready.
Yeah, okay. Call to order at 6:36. Okay, and carry on. I'll just
Yes,
do the
okay,
roll.
what is this called? Roll call.
Crystal.
We're all here.
Yeah.
Haley is here. Sean's not here.
And Peter is on Zoom.
And Peter is on Zoom, right? Let's note that. Great. Any additions to the agenda? Things that are not.
Well, I printed the one you sent me, which means the one that people are looking at does not have the budget.
Yes.
That goes under new business.
Oh, this one I just got off the table and it says budget discussion / approval.
Well, that's good. It doesn't
Oh, wait.
say it
Mine
on
is.
mine. Okay, good. Then I
Fine.
printed a good thing.
Perfect.
Yeah, I have an older one.
Yes, there was before, when I sent it to them to post, I forgot, I realized the budget after that, so that was added, yay. Anything else, topics that aren't on here that we should talk about, that folks can think of?
There's a local facilities problem, which is that we don't think that thermostat works anymore. Because it will be set at 60 and it will tell us that it's 70 in here.
And it feels like it's 70 in here
Yes.
when it says that it's 70,
Oh, gotcha.
What?
right? Like we were hot.
We were really hot.
But it's not set.
And
at
we hadn't
70.
turned
No.
it up.
Oh, gotcha,
So it feels like it's not.
the setting part is off.
Yeah, like it feels like it is. It's warm in here, but
It's
we are
very
not
comfortable.
telling it to be warm in here.
Okay. Local facility. All right, 10. Okay, great, we'll add that. It's mad at us. It's getting
Yeah.
down. Okay. All right, so, then public comment, it'd be public.
Do we we don't have to approve the changes, additions?
Oh, I guess it does say approval agenda. Okay, I move we approve the agenda. All in favor, who is second? Glenn second, all in favor. Yay, okay, pass, approved agenda.
Oh, that's fine.
No public comment. Haley, I assume you're not public in this.
No.
That's Peter is not public, I don't think either. So, okay. Minutes of the 29th of October and then our special quick meeting on the 24th of November. Which I'll move to approve them both. Both.
I'll second that.
Wait, hold on a second.
No,
I'm
okay.
so
We'll give you a
caught
second
up.
to catch up.
Yeah, I mean, it's formatted and then the formatting is going wild. So I think
Yeah.
I
you
don't know
can-
how-
You can
I don't know how to get rid of the formatting, but it's making all kinds of,
madness.
yeah, sorry. I just,
No, it's totally fine.
okay, none.
Let us know.
Okay, coming, see how I do. Approval of minutes.
Yes.
Did we just say that?
Yeah, so both sets, the 29th, October 29th and 11/24. Bree firsted, Glenn seconded. All in favor. Yay, pass.
Who seconded?
Brent,
Glenn.
Brent, oh my God. Where that came from, I don't know who Brent is. And then it came out Brent, I don't know. Yep,
Library goes.
so that's how this is gonna go. Just so clear on that. All right, no policy stuff. Treasurer report.
I have 2 warrants for signature,
All righty.
October and November. Budget status report I sent you guys last week. With those, we have spent 25% of our budget for the year, so we should spend some more.
Yes. Did we get the, remember now, Jenny did send.
Yes, Jenny did, so the quarterly payroll is in there. And the quarterly payroll taxes are now in there. Yeah, so we're looking good.
We're definitely here.
That is all I have. We'll talk about that, the budget
Later, yeah.
27 later.
Yeah,
yeah.
All I
That-
have.
We definitely should spend some more money.
Get
Well,
on
you
it.
can
right.
look at this budget status report and see where you could spend more.
Yeah.
There are the
Love
places.
that.
Those are for you to sign.
Okay. Don't ask me to do anything wrong. Signing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Lens isn't even on the line.
I'm on all the lines.
For you.
Made his own line. You can have those.
Okay.
I will file those.
All right, motion to accept the treasurer's report.
I move.
Glenn moved,
Can't.
seconded, I second. All in favor? Yay. All right, librarian report.
It is as it was last time we met. It is a joint report now. Thank you. And Haley is
joint
going to give
effort.
it.
I was gonna say joint effort.
It's a joint effort.
We win the prize.
And we're watching our numbers not be so strong this October and November. We're thinking a lot of it is that we had a particular cohort of, well, we had one student who used to love to come, who dragged all these
There were
others.
like 2 6th graders last year who
Mm.
came and would bring their siblings or other friends, and neither of them are in 6th grade anymore, and they do not go to school in Middletown. And so we are seeing less. We're seeing some of those kids who they would bring on occasion, but not as often.
So it definitely shift. So it's pretty obvious that how much of an impact that made and unmakes. One of the things we got talking about yesterday was once we're in the new building, if we can find the right volunteers and grant support, we could be open we could be up, the buses could come through down here, and we could, even if we had the right number of volunteers, we could even be a morning bus pickup, because then it's not the store and it's not the town office, and it would be, some kids might not choose to come in the building, but we would be warm and we'd have bathrooms and we would have different
Snacks.
activities going.
Snacks.
We'd have snacks.
Yep.
That would be the grant.
Yeah.
It would be a place that parents would feel like, I don't know, like I'm not a parent, but I feel like I would be more happy to have my kid wait at the library for me to come and get them than at the store.
Yeah.
Like just from, that seems so.
And as
The
a
thought.
patron of the store, I used to try really hard not to go in there when the bus had just arrived, because it would be a zoo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Is there anything we can do to get more 6th graders or 5th graders to like get a new?
We see most of them, just not every day. And a
Yeah.
lot of them we have really active kids in this town. Like they do stuff after school.
They do.
Like the ones that I know are like, who I actually see are like, oh yeah, I do gymnastics. And like, I wait here for an hour before I have to go to gymnastics, or they play hockey, or it will depend on the time of year.
Yeah, like we saw during soccer season,
No
we saw
one.
nobody.
Yeah.
Now we're
Um,
seeing a little bit more now that
Yeah.
soccer's not.
And yeah, so we'll
try,
see.
but-
And they'll, yeah. We are waiting on barcodes, but then all of the new Cliff books will be here, and when we advertise those, it'll be a whole mess. Part of it is a whole mess of new graphic novels, which is definitely a lure.
Mhm.
So anyway, it'll come and go, but we just wanted to name it. Halloween was amazing, 140 people in 2 hours in this building. And it is,
It's unbelievable.
That's
it
like-
is.
That's
crazy.
significantly more than last year.
Um,
If I remember the exact number last year,
Yeah.
but it was less than 100.
Yeah, right.
Like it might have been 100 actually, I think.
I think it hovers.
Yeah.
But we were at a-
Yeah,
That's an increase.
yeah, it's definitely a strong showing. And I just, you've heard me say it before, but Cookbook Club is going great. Tell
Okay.
everybody. And the craft fair lovingly gave the library $1,200 of all of the income they make, which is mind-blowingly wonderful. And just so you know what's coming up, so in case you want to hawk it to your friends, that's not the right word. But our ARPA grant is paying for Winter Sparks is the name of what we called it. And we're seeing people signing up for the programs that have been,
Right.
You getting that Mandala Stone girl?
we're hoping,
That Gabby girl.
Gabby girl.
She
Yeah.
had a baby.
She just had a baby.
No, she just had a baby, so if we weave her in, it'll be a
Later.
little bit later.
Okay.
But it's,
I did that years ago. It was super fun. She's
She's a great job.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
yeah, and we're looking at a Sunday mending group that's open to the town, coming, starting up. There'd been one here that was just like people had borrowed the building to do that, but there's somebody who's part of that says, no, let's have it, anybody can come.
Is it like
That's right.
sewing?
Yeah,
mending?
sewing, mending.
Cool.
And that person has all of these grand ideas of like when we have a bigger space, like, oh, we could set up the sewing machine and people could use that and learn. So it's
That's
really
great.
nice to have that.
She's the
type
one
of-
who got us going with our family book group.
Yeah.
So she's
She
got a
has
lot
so
of
many
great
good
energy.
ideas.
And she's in Pulteney, so,
No,
no,
she's here.
she's here.
She's
Okay.
here. And I think that broken thermostat, we and we are going to tell you in a little bit about the new website. And our volunteers are amazing. That is our whole report, right?
I think so.
Great.
And we are getting an amazing amount of work done, and having the Cliff grant going and the ARPA grant going at the same time, so that's all programming, is a little bit overwhelming.
Mm.
And with the building, if we didn't have the building,
Yeah, it's the like, I don't think it's 100, but it's what feels like 100 new books
that we have to process.
that we have to process, and then also programming to plan and a building to work on. This felt like a lot, but we're doing
So
it.
you're getting your money's worth.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
That's the
And if
bottom
you
line.
need anything, holler.
Great.
We need the screen door to come down.
Yes,
Check.
Look at that.
like magic.
That was magic fast. All right. Friends.
Before you.
oh, sorry, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Not a question, just a comment. Thank you for all of your wonderful updates in the front porch forum.
Yeah,
All of the events and all of the building updates. You've really done an awesome job on just keeping everybody informed. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you. Yeah, we're getting nice feedback for our posts. It's great.
Awesome.
I appreciate it. They're
Yes.
great. They're
Including
beautiful,
yours.
beautiful, and just super helpful. I love it. Keep going.
All right. That is library. Where are we? Friends update. They had their annual meeting, which was wonderful.
I have to find it again. I was looking there. Okay.
And so that was a good event. We shared sort of an update around the building, and it was nice reading their minutes from last annual meeting where we were still not sure if we were going to be able to get the building. It was in the works. So, and that was just a year ago, and it feels like way long. So it was interesting. It was a nice little look back. So it was good to share. Yeah, right. I felt the same way. I'm like, is this last year or 2 years ago? It feels like 5 years ago. But anyway, so it was good. What else are the highlights from that?
I think they voted everybody the same into their
Oh,
offices.
yes, that's right.
And they're excited about the coming year.
Yes. And I think we have all the annual appeal stuff worked out with them, right? And yeah, so it was good. Their next meeting, will they meet? Did they set a meeting date or
I think it's,
it's the
I'm
holidays? I
guessing
think
it's in January.
usually in January.
I think so. But I
Um,
don't know for sure.
But anyway, we'll plan on going and let you know that we need someone else to tag in. We'll see. And then, okay, so on to construction of the new.
When is the next meeting? I'm
we-
sorry.
Probably January. I don't have a
Okay,
date.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it's
it's
hard to
fine.
think and
Oh, I
type
hear
in.
that.
Okay. Next meeting is
All right, so Peter, do you want to kind of talk about what's happened and what's going to happen next and
Sure.
stuff?
Yeah. So this week they're going to be finishing up all the framing and the old and new in the building. Next week, this week also you've probably seen all the plywood blanks, but all the old windows have been removed and they're going to be disposed of because they had the asbestos in the putty. Next week, Fabian's going to come back on the site. He's going to excavate and get the foundation drains connected into the ditch in the back. He's also going to excavate by the back door so that's prepped for Naylor and Breen to come in January to do the concrete walls that are going to be part of the handicap entrance for that portion of the building. They're also going to come in January to pour the footings in the walls out front for the new handicap ramp. The subcontractors, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing are supposed to come in next week and start their rough-ins. Currently, their concrete in the lower level floor is being saw cut and jackhammered, and excavations taking place prior to the plumbers coming in to put new underground piping in for all of the waste locations in the new building, the kitchen, the bathrooms, etc. Next week also, the windows, well, this week or the first part of next week, the new windows will arrive on site. They won't be installed immediately because there's some things that have to take place outside, like finishing the removal of the clapboards, patching some rotted plywood here and there, possibly some stud patching, and then there'll be a membrane put on, also insulation put on, and furring out to at the windows to accommodate for the depth of the insulation. So things are moving along nicely, and basically Naylor and Breen feel that by mid-February they're going to be at a point where it's not productive for them to stay, and it would be costly for them to stay because of general conditions expenses. So they're probably going to exit the site. I think it's February 11th to 17th, and then they'll come back in mid-March and pick up where they left off. But at that point, sheetrocking and stuff will be done inside. Trim will probably be done. Some painting will take place. So when they come back, it's kind of a month worth of, or month and a half worth of finishing touches, and then also to take care of the exterior painting and exterior site work. So I think we've had some problems, some structural things that we've taken care of along the way that have been uncovered conditions, and I think things are moving along nicely, and the whole group seems to be working together as a team, which is nice, and it's always positive when that happens, and it's also very productive when that happens. So I think it's good news all along.
All right. So yeah, that's where we're at. Any questions about the construction or the what's happening or things to add to that, other folks?
Did you get do you connect with a Blink
Yes,
guy?
I've made,
Oh,
yes.
yes, we're working on the EV charger piece. We were able to sort of, it is included in the estimates that the folks who Naylor and Breen got to put together estimates. It was included in one of the subcontractors' estimates, so, but we were able to like stop them from ordering something. So we are doing some research right now. We've got Blink, and we're connecting with a couple of other companies to just to have comparisons. And we're going to talk with Steve Latender, who's a guy here in town who apparently does this sort of thing. He knows a lot about it. So he's going to hopefully advise us on what's the best way to go forward. And if we buy it, or we just tell them to buy it, or they install, who's going to install it. And then if we end up going, if we end up doing it on our end, then it would just be sort of a credit back to the project on the Naylor and Breen end, because it's already included in their total price. So they would credit us back whatever,
Right, like if we
whatever
go
part,
with
the
Blink,
electrician,
then-
whether it's the equipment and the installation or whatever it is. I think our main goal is to just make sure we have a good handle on what the maintenance and the running of it, because I was worried that we would get something that we then have to manage or maintain, or
That's not how
you know,
it works.
that's-
They handle all of
yeah,
that.
no, Blink, right, but if it was purchased from some other company and we just end up like, so now we have it, but then what? We just want to get a better understanding
Yeah.
what the whole system is and what each company can offer, because we want to get hooked in with the easiest possible thing.
Well, and I thought I might talk to Joe. I
Go
read
ahead.
through what Blink sent, and I just want to really understand what it costs us to have it, and how many cars need to use it, so we raise the money that covers the, there's a annual fee that we pay for them to manage it.
Like a
And-
membership or a subscription,
Subscrip-
whatever it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Call them at town hall tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
And just hear like how it, does it ever go, like, we just need to know that we don't have, if we don't make money on it, it's fine, we just can't spend money on it.
Right, we just don't wanna be having it be an
Yeah.
extra cost. Right.
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
Tell 'em.
Yeah,
That's all.
so that's great that we have him who's got
I'll write that
real
down.
experience with it. So so we're fact finding, I think, right now, and then we'll figure out how to make it work, and move forward with that. So yeah, that's one of the things we're working on. As Peter mentioned, yeah, there's things that have come up that were uncovered. So there was a change order that was processed already. That was an extra, all told, it was an extra $30,000. So things are coming up that were not expected, that weren't in the original price. So I think, so for that reason, I think what we're looking at now is kind of just waiting on some of the purchases that we were thinking, maybe we buy the appliances ahead, this year and get like the rebates, but we're thinking now we're just gonna hold off on those things. Anything that we don't really like need right now. We're just gonna wait on until we get a better sense of, how things are gonna look big picture wise. Hopefully they're getting to the point in the process where they won't uncover any more unknowns, and they'll start saving some money, or there'll be some, on that end of things, but hopefully they're not gonna find any more big things that need unexpected attention, but.
There was mention also that we'll get a clearer picture after we get our first invoice from Naylor and Green. Kind of like what the change orders cost wise are compared to like what other areas have been spent
Right.
now.
Yeah,
Right.
and I think Peter
Oh.
did read about that last week or two.
Well,
weeks ago.
I mean, we've already gotten our first big invoice, which Kimberly's already paid, but
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be in I mean, Leo and I have met, and there's some areas that we've looked at and that we're targeting that we think are going to be savings. But
Mhm.
I think, when we get this next bill, there'll be a little clearer indication of that, because they're going to be through, the framing and some of their unknowns and stuff. So, but I think we kind of got to wait until I think at the end of January, we're going to have a much clearer picture of where we are, and there's some things that are change orders that are proposed, and they're up in the air. And I think at that point we have the flexibility at that point to decide whether we want to go ahead on those or not go ahead.
Yeah.
And we'll have we'll have a lot clearer picture, I think, at the end of January, where we really are financially.
Mhm. Overall, we're okay, and it's not like we're going, oh my God. I think we're okay, but we're just being cautious, I think, in not spending money we don't absolutely have to right now. If it can wait, well, let's wait. So that's just sort of where we are overall, just to be cautious.
But there, I mean, there's still some contingency left, and there are also pockets of money within the estimate that will take care of some of the things that we've had uncovered. So, I just think there's certain things that we have to do, and we've addressed those. And as the project progresses, we'll have a clearer picture on where we are money-wise and what steps we have to take at that point.
Yeah. Sort of on that topic, just another thing for the agenda, which I didn't add until just now, but we had talked some about, well, as far as sort of pertaining to budget building, and that the budget we're going to talk later about is about the new space, like it's totally new space dependent, which is in many ways an unknown. So it's hard to build a budget around unknown things. So Kimberly and I were talking about that a couple weeks ago, and thinking about how we might get a better sense of what the utility costs might be over there. Like, how do we even know? And there's a lot unknown on that front too. And then at the time we thought maybe we might be able to make an application to the second pot of money for the Department of Libraries. Maybe we could make an application for a very limited scope bit of money. I was thinking, for covering a gap in that department. As it turns out, that money is really specifically geared toward existing buildings and existing structure, and not for new stuff. because that would be unfair. And I didn't think we had a very slim chance of getting any more money from them, but then I thought like we might as well apply. But it turns out that's not gonna make a difference. But in that process, we were trying to figure out who could help us figure out what's a more realistic number, because right now we kind of just multiplied by the factor of the space, like that is 6 times larger than this, so let's use that number, which is something, but it's not very scientific, it's not based on too much. So Leo, the person from Mailer Green, suggested we reach out to Klaus, who's like I don't know, there's so many people. He's I guess he's an engineer. And so we did.
He's the electrical engineer.
Electrical engineer. I think he's more specific. Yes, he's electrical engineer. They got back to us and said they could look at the plans and the whole thing and give us an estimated cost. They wouldn't be able to do it till after the first of the year, so it doesn't really help us in budget building. And it will cost money. It'll cost about $750, which they said they could take out of their line item but it's money. So I don't know. I said, well, our folks are meeting tonight. I mean, I don't know. Do you feel like, is there any benefit to having that number that makes it worth spending that money on it?
You know, when we talked with the select board before about the lack of surety about utilities, my sense was that they, you know, that there are places that can be that.
Like if we got really stuck.
If we got stuck.
We had no idea.
Right.
You know, now we're on the hook. We have this, whatever. We can't it's not in our budget. There are other facilities money.
They have a reserve.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I just wanted to bring it to you all because I was like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe it would be helpful to have. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing that it would be really useful information. But I feel like if it's going to take extra time and it's going to cost money, probably.
I wouldn't spend it.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure that folks had.
You know, because there are a couple of things up in the air. I mean, they're gonna look at right now. Everything's all electric with the heat pumps.
Yeah.
And you know, there may be a decision depending on where we are, and that you know, instead of the electric heat coils, we go to this propane furnaces, and that's going to make a difference in you know where you're at and what you spend.
Yeah.
So.
And we don't know how often we'll use the building. There's so many unknowns. It feels like whatever they give us would only.
I mean, basically, what they're going to do is they're going to guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, are you just giving guess? Like,
We're gonna get $750 for $750.
We'll make a very
And we'll guess.
look really good on you.
We'll give you a deal. Only $450.
And the other part of it too is that they're really, really busy, and you know, they'll tell you that after the first of the year in January, but you may not see it till March. So
I figured it wasn't worth it, but I just wanted to make sure there wasn't something that I wasn't seeing that was like, no, really be good because X. And
We're just gonna take a stab at it and we'll readjust next year.
well, for $750, you can buy your stainless steel 3-bay sink downstairs.
Oh, right. All
There we go.
right.
There we go.
Kimberly's gonna pay for that after we
Every
pay
bit of
her
money
to-
saved is like,
yeah.
that's for what can I cover?
Was that a decision I needed to document?
I mean, I
Thank
think,
you, Bree.
yeah, I don't
I'm gonna
think
go
so.
with her.
I don't think so. I think it's
It
fine.
wasn't an official
It was
Great.
very
Great.
motion or anything.
generally
Yeah.
informational. Okay,
We're getting
that's
to that anyway. The budget is a whole.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was really
Discussion of
tied
its
to the
own.
budget.
There's a line here, decisions to be made. I didn't know if that was,
There isn't any. I put that's a placeholder, sort of a standard
Okay.
agenda, and just to remind myself of like
okay,
to put in there if there are things we need to decide on.
okay,
But at this point, there aren't.
great. I'm gonna just take those little,
Yeah, you can delete that one if you want.
great. That's confusing.
And then other construction updates, again, we're sort of wrapped into what Peter said as
Yeah.
far as what's happening next. So I think we're good there. The financials was that piece I talked about.
I'm gonna sign off here
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Peter. so
unless
much for
anybody's
the-
got any questions. So
Yep.
some of you I probably won't see, but have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye, Peter.
Good night.
Okay, so on to financial. Kimberly, what, we have things to sign and such.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
So I have built this is the check warrant for the building. It goes from the 29th of October, I voided a check. So it's all of November and all the way to today. And it includes because you didn't meet in November and you're not meeting until later in December, I'm bringing you two, special project, warrants, and I will turn them in with I made them separate so they could go in, like, one will get cut this week and one will get cut in 4 weeks, but you won't meet before that happens. So anyway, that's what these are, but these checks also need to be signed by one of the signers. And we had one bill that, which is the, grant writer, submitted her second bill. And I think we have more than used up the money that we said that we would pay for grant writing, so, we'll need to, if we want to use her services again, the board will need to say that it's okay to spend more money on her.
How much has she been in
I
total?
can't remember what the first one was, but it was probably 1,000 something, and this is 650.
Oh.
And you guys had said no more than 1,500, so we're right there.
Yeah.
Um,
And it seems that it's been worth it.
well, it's been worth it, except that we did not get, we just learned this week that we did not get the T-Mobile.
Oh.
But the T-Mobile comes up every 3 months, and so there's a deadline at the end of this month. And both Lindsay and Cara suggested that we just retool a little bit and send it back in, because it doesn't hurt us, we spend a little bit of time, and I suspect it's a dead end, but
That goes back to you.
goes back to me, thank you.
Okay, are you done?
And we did, can I talk more about grants and money, and is this sort of a generic?
Yes,
And
We
how
did-
much of this needs to be documented? Can I just at the end, like,
summarize, that's fine.
well, no, maybe
Sure.
I should do it. Okay. So we need documentation.
Approved check warrant.
That's
Did you
what,
sign
For the
this?
building. If you saw on the check warrant, it's there. So we did, I can't remember what I've said to which we talked about. We did get our first bill from Nail and Brain, and we did pay it. The town we did our first withdrawal from our line of credit. So we have that in our account. The first bill is not as much as Nail and Brain had first estimated that it was gonna be.
We've actually gotten 2 bills.
Oh, we
that
got-
come through.
Oh, right.
And one is almost 30,000, which was all the electrical work to get them up and going.
Yeah.
And then the second bill came through at 216,000. They were thinking it was going to come in closer to 400. So we took 400 from the line of credit. This bill was only that. I interrupted you.
No, it's fine. That's the
Um,
information I wanted to share. So whoever happens.
But they expect that the next bill will also be sizable,
Yeah.
because it's all the framing and all the other things.
We're
we heard
putting
here.
that in the big.
That's in the
spreadsheet.
big spreadsheet. We get big bills. It's all going, like, as soon as that 216,000 check clears, it'll go right up to the grant people. We haven't seen the 29 turnaround yet, but we're assuming it will. We've just hit the part where what we're sending up is a fancy AIA, whatever,
Whatever
it's
their
fancy.
formatting is.
yeah,
Hmm.
bills that look crazy. So, but we're hoping they go through just as easily as because we've really, it's been very smooth with
Mhm,
working with the
mhm.
Department of Libraries and their granting. Yeah, and the work they've started to do around windows and siding and things will be money that we will be asking the MERP grant for that.
So that'll
reimbursement.
be a first time on that.
Right,
side.
and part of what Steve and I have just been working on is how to be able to pull the Naylor and Breen bills apart. And we've had conversations with Naylor and Breen, we had a meeting, so that we will be able to really easily identify what goes to which grant, and
Right.
not double, just keep it all
Yeah.
organized.
Yeah, so just thinking about that, we want to make sure that they have all the codes right, so that doesn't end up in the town account. I mean, it's not an end of the world if it ends up in the.
Oh,
town
in
account,
MERP?
But yeah, on the
Yeah.
MERP side, they're
Yeah.
accounting people so that they have the right numbers.
Okay. I was just gonna say, apropos MERP, we got a call today from Sean at the planning commission in Rutland,
Mm.
and I have to call him back, but, he was checking in around the MERT.
Oh, well.
Since we have not spent any of it
Okay.
yet.
He's like, are you gonna? Yeah, it's
Yep,
coming.
we are.
My question to you was, I'd love to see for my business, own business perspective, like how Naylor and Breen does document and bill.
Oh, you're not getting those. I'll send them to you.
I know I'm not.
Happy to
I would just, I would just, no,
You're saying, no, you
no, you're not,
haven't.
exactly.
Absolutely.
So
You're dead serious
Yeah.
too. You just meant,
I just,
you're
want-
not
I just-
getting
I just
those.
wanna see.
Oh, you are not.
I thought you meant, you're not getting those.
I just assumed you were copied.
I was like,
No,
I'm so sorry,
It's
Glenn.
not.
no, I don't need to be copied.
I
I
will
just want
I will-
to see one.
I would actually be
Right.
curious to.
Okay, I will
Yeah.
forward it to the whole board.
Mhm.
You can
And
snap
you.
what you
Thank
did.
you.
Now you've got an email come.
Because I don't think I have it, I
Like
think
handy
it's,
dandy.
no, I
Yeah.
think it's on the desk at home, but I will, forward it and then you can all have fun.
See
Yeah,
how it's
that's
progressing.
interesting. Yeah, yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
Yeah,
interesting read.
And I'm curious how it corresponds with the, the budget that we, just, yeah, how does that work?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and it, I think as we go along, especially as we get a little farther into the job, when they produce those bills, they're able to say, we're billing you for this much and this much of the job has been accomplished.
I love that.
Which will be,
Yeah.
which is great for when we do the quarterly reports to the state.
Yeah.
Up until now, I've said,
Oh, nothing, not
not
much.
much. But they want a percentage, like how far are you along?
Yeah.
And it's really like, is it under 50% or is it over
Uh-huh.
50%?
Mhm.
Not 47.5.
They don't, yeah, it's a lot looser than,
Yeah, right.
it could, I mean, not looser, but it's more forgiving than we were led to believe. It's, grant tracking.
Right, particularly federal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think because they are holding the federal and dispersed it, but now they report to the feds.
Yes.
We're only reporting to the state of Vermont and they're aggregating all 14 projects.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, wow.
it has made it much simpler for us than
That sounds
it would have
great.
been had it been direct federal money.
Yeah.
Is
Great,
my
which is
assumption
nice.
at this point.
Yeah. Makes
That's
sense.
great.
Yeah.
Okay. Then on to the fundraising grants, other piece that you were.
I was just gonna say, I did put in a request for $2,000 from the Vermont Mutual Insurance Charitable Giving. Which we have not heard about. I am gonna turn around the T-Mobile this month. And in January and February, we're gonna start seeing deadlines again for things that we can apply for. Most of them are small, but they could add up to and it would be going against, the equipment and the furnishings and the
Mhm.
things that
Nice.
our major grants don't cover.
Mhm.
And our, the other piece around fundraising is that we're, looking at approaching some of the major donors over the next few months, but that by February, sometime in the spring, we're gonna have gotten we'll have our logo, our identity, we'll have our packet, our materials together, and we'll push out a expansion campaign that will be like it'll be a mailing, it'll be be on all fronts, email,
Mhm.
social media, and it'll go out to a much larger list than just our annual campaign. And so we're
Is the
gonna,
fundraising committee still meeting or not?
it did not meet in November because they put their energies into getting the
Mhm.
annual appeal out.
Mhm.
And I thought that a week before Christmas, we probably
It's
wouldn't
not a
meet
good
as
idea.
well.
So meeting
it-
again in January.
Meeting again in January.
Okay.
I think we will then have enough information to be able to start pulling those materials together. I think it'll be a group effort.
Great.
And I think that's mostly my report for. I sent you the report of all of the things I do for my stipend. And
All right.
Thank you for all your amazing work.
Yes.
Keeping it together. I mean, like that's,
Right.
yeah.
well,
How we're moving. The only
I
way we're
am.
moving.
It's a whole lot more fun now. I'm still
Um,
donating some time. It feels much better.
Great.
And I'm excited about where we're going. I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
it's really,
Oh,
That's
you
cool.
can put my thanks and praise. I didn't even know that was on there.
I know, I
Number
just, I
four.
thought of that after.
Wait,
Document.
and number 4, I think
Number
they.
Yes, under the grant admin,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
skip
I should
grant
need to
admin.
take that off this draft.
Oh,
'cause I think
okay.
It gets wrapped.
Communication
stuff.
from, I
Yeah.
see, yes, any feedback, I see what you're saying, yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Bree,
Any other feedback or suggestions or
Great.
needs about the front porch forum post? I think we got some permission today from Naylor and Breen folks to put some photos of the inside and what's
Sweet.
happening.
yeah.
We were gonna do that, but we just wanted to check with them.
Right. So
Because-
I'm gonna
Yeah, I
vet
haven't
the
seen it.
photos.
I want to be surprised.
Yeah,
Just like a regular resident.
this is for what? Sorry.
for the internal,
Internal
from
update.
the porch forum, we're gonna add some pictures of the internal work. I think the last one had, what are they called? The plans.
Yeah, a
right?
link to the schematic.
Yes, so
Uh,
they've okayed, and we'll run the pictures by them, because they don't want pictures of people,
Right.
and they don't want pictures of anything that could be like people go up,
But
So-
when I was looking through them, I was thinking, I would just pick out a few that were like, it's obviously framing and construction and there's a ladder.
Yeah.
Or, like just something to give you a feeling of things are happening inside the building when you can't
right.
see inside the building. So I think that will be good. Getting the schematic up was a direct request from somebody, having seen I think maybe the newsletter didn't have that link. And so
Mm.
when we posted it again to Front Porch Forum,
Mhm.
and I vetted by Jeff, the architect, and Peter, which pages made sense to put
Yeah.
out. I
Um,
got the okay.
yeah. On that, no, if we want, I mean, I guess when folks have not been in there, on Wednesday mornings, we meet with them and we can go in the building. We didn't today, but if we want to go, as part of our next meeting, maybe if we want to just go in and see the
I'd love
building.
to.
Because it
Yeah.
occurs to me that folks, we have no idea about what's happened
Right.
in there.
Yeah,
Pretty safe.
So
I would
it might
totally-
be nice to see.
I would love to see.
So figuring out, we just all have to wear hard hats.
Yeah.
But they can leave them in the building for us if we just let them know when we're gonna be there. If we're not gonna go when they're there, which would probably be better, so we're not interrupting their flow.
Mhm.
But I think we should wait now until there are stairs between the two floors again. I think right now there are there are no stairs. So if we wait, probably by the end of January, it'll be in a much better spot. So that might be, or we'll plan on that. Maybe we
I
can
would love
let
that.
them know.
Yeah.
I mean, right now you can't even look in because it's all.
Oh, it's
Oh,
there's no
yeah,
windows
boarded
anymore.
up.
It's
Yeah.
just board. Okay, so we'll plan on that before the next meeting. Yes, visit. Okay, perfect. Nothing else on that building. This building, we have a temperature issue, and then I just want to double check plowing is happening and all is well.
Where are we in this? Sorry.
This is added to local facility stuff that kind of.
Okay, and is it
You can
under?
leave it under that facilities thing, but just add another thing that's, say, current library or under
Okay.
communication, you can just kind of add.
Just,
Add a number 4.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I just wanted to go up and see if it was still facilities.
Yes,
Yes,
it is,
I'm on
yeah,
another
under that
page,
facilities.
yeah. Okay, great.
So, plowing is happening and we're all set or?
It has happened, but plowing, you were gonna bring the
Yes. Question about the new,
I didn't read the email, some change with the plow guy.
yeah.
I was gonna bring.
You said, I'll see the people. You wrote him a really nice note. I'll see the people on Wednesday night and I'll just make sure everything is okay, but I'm sure it is.
Why do I have no memory of this?
So
There-
guy that plows sent an
Anyone.
email.
Oh,
Say-
that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he was retiring. Thank you.
Oh.
And his son is taking over,
And has been doing some of the plowing.
and just wanted to make sure that it was okay that we changed the invoicing to his son's business.
Oh,
Cause it's still the same family, it's just a different name, and is that okay, or does it need to go back to bid? I just didn't wanna do it and approve it and not make sure.
no,
or the
I
fact
think
Still
that
the same business, right?
No,
It's a different business name, but it's the same guys,
people.
so
sort
I
of.
don't know how that works.
I think switching it is fine. That's about as complicated as we've ever made it before, so.
Okay,
I didn't know whether with the town purchase, but it is definitely our past practice that if you know, when Ed Marcy stopped plowing, somebody in his family started plowing.
Yeah.
And we didn't vote it or.
The only thing on plowing, the other night, for book group, one of the people who came for book group was like, can we, the driveway got really narrow when snow came. And so she was having trouble like getting into a parking space and then getting out of a parking space when there were cars in the lot. Like there were a bunch of us here for book group and there were 2 cars back there who were not here for book group. So there was like
Oh,
6 cars. And she made a point to tell me like, can you, like, this is really hard to navigate with my larger car. And that's just me passing along something a patron was
so you
like,
mean the back parking area?
Yeah.
Not so much.
yeah,
this.
not this, but like being like,
If they could push it a little more.
yeah, because like trying to fit a car in straight and then be able to back out and not get stuck in the deep snow that's directly behind. It's just like if you have a longer car,
You just want it a little farther, a little wider.
yeah, because if you have a longer car, you don't have as much. There's not as much room, and if there's 6 cars there,
Yes.
you can't crank your wheels, right? You sort of have to.
I'm gonna
Yes.
put that in my email.
Half
Telling
of,
him
half of my truck
a
is
little wider.
not.
Yes.
In
Yeah,
In
our-
our driveway, is that what I'm hearing?
It's in the parking area.
Parking area.
The driveway's
Make-
fine.
Make it a little more.
Wide.
Just for like, because like, yeah, if you have a truck like Glenn, you
My
can't.
question though is,
get in and out,
are
it's
there
hard to
still
get out.
chairs out there? And are the book signs still up? Because that's probably the
Book
limiting
signs are
factor.
still up,
But they're pretty.
but they're pushed back pretty far.
They're by the
Okay.
tree.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm backed up to.
They never get taken down.
No.
That's not a new, okay, I just wasn't sure, maybe that usually
And
gets taken away and that's the thing.
Yeah.
No, and there were chairs, but we took those out, so they're okay?
They're also not near the.
They're not near
even
it.
if they're out there.
Just
They're by the
kinda
tree.
like
No,
next
they're by the
line
tree
goes in there.
too.
So that's not
We put 'em-
interfering. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that.
No, I
wasn't
think it's-
something we were doing. that
Well,
was-
we did, somebody kindly, which is great, pegged the back corner. So you can actually see where when it's really snowed, you can see where the drive, or the
Oh,
parking lot
smart.
should be.
Mm.
But it would also discourage a plow person from digging
Pushing.
up the lawn, which is also a benefit of not.
Not pushing it
But
that far.
The last time we had snow, multiple people, like you could see that they were parking a half a car length into
Into
the
the snow.
unplowed
Mm.
part,
Yeah.
just to be able
So they
to.
could get out. Like,
Yeah.
because that even my car, if there's a lot of cars here, my car is tight to turn to like get out
Yeah.
and make the turn.
Okay.
And- Well, yeah, and I have a like I would say for my car because my car's little. So if you have any longer, and then
Hard.
and also they have there's a barn and fences.
Right.
Yeah. So you're like I don't want to
Yeah.
back in.
Yeah.
Right.
Things you
Yeah.
don't want to hit.
Right. So you just and it was just because somebody said something to me like, this is really difficult for me. And I was
Okay.
like, all right, well, I
Well,
will.
she's, I think,
I'm
gonna
sending it right
make
now.
it wider.
Make
Perfect.
it a little
Yeah.
wider.
Yay,
Just
thank
push
you.
the snow back
just
bit.
a little
so
bit.
that-
It doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
That-
And then the thermostat needs to be looked at / replaced. Is that something someone in this room feels comfortable looking at or no? Okay, I'm just checking.
You can ask me too. No, I don't. I don't feel
No,
comfortable.
that's what I say. Does anybody in this room?
Not a
Have-
directive
have,
question.
Sometimes those are that's kind
Not
of thing, like maybe
targeted.
you've done it at your house and you totally feel good about it. I don't know. Okay, so can we? Who do we? Does Andy do that sort of thing? Is Andy? That's a name that comes up to my head. Or does it need to be more of like a heating person? What do we think?
Is that an Eric thing?
No.
I mean, he put mine in, but that I don't think it has to be him. I think it looks old. I mean,
It is.
It's OG.
Yeah, and it's just like it's not like the heat's not working. It's just that it thinks that 60 is really
Right.
75.
I'm sure, like it's just I mean, it's electric connection.
Yeah.
You just have to and then mount a new one, like, so we can.
I'll miss that old thing.
I know, it's so
It's been around
oh,
forever.
I mean, I just think at least it's not the other way around where you have to turn the thermostat up to 80 to get the heat to kick on. Like at least the heat, at least it's warm.
It's being warm,
Right.
right? Exactly.
So what do we need to do?
Do you want to ask Dicko or Rich if he we call him Dicko, so that's yeah, so that's my yeah.
Oh.
And handy. Eric is handy.
They're from a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't know why they have these names, but it's like high school based, and so that's all.
Yeah.
I didn't even know his name was Richard. I thought his name was Dick. Anyway,
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Point
What's
is,
his last
Richard,
name?
can you ask him? Richard
Welch.
Welch is his,
Is that the plumber?
the plumber,
plumber.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got it.
Um,
Dicko.
Because
he's,
they're
he's
plumbing,
getting, yeah.
plumbing and like, because there's no plumbing involved in a thermostat, is there?
There isn't, and I could probably just purchase a thermostat and replace it, but
I have an old thermostat you can have. I mean, I don't use it because my furnace is gone.
let me just look downstairs, make sure it's just a regular thermostat wire, which it should be.
right, I imagine it's just, yeah, it's just
So if
connecting the
that's
new to
it,
the old and then,
Yeah,
yeah.
You can take mine. I mean, if
Okay.
you want it.
So for first step is you're gonna take a look,
I want to take a look.
and then if that doesn't work, we'll go from there.
Right.
Okay, thank you for being willing to do that.
You're welcome.
All right,
Great.
check. Let us know if it
So
gets
Beth,
worse.
we both said no at the beginning of this, and we're both involved.
Actually. We did that for
Yeah,
don't
say anything.
You might go,
Oh, wait,
You just don't say anything. Is how you.
you get into trouble.
exactly.
Just write that down in all caps. Glenn and Beth will solve the problem.
Solve the world's problems. Okay,
Good.
on to old business. Annual appeal update.
I have one.
Yay.
Yay!
On a pink post-it.
I saw that
Um,
thing posted.
It's very
So-
formal.
What's
Very-
that?
okay.
Well, it
Well, the blue post-it would be cash, but the pink one, that's.
anyway, this is how it is right now. It will get better. 34 people have sent things in the mail and 5 others have done it online. Says 39,
I have a cramp in my
Donations.
foot, so I have to stand up, so.
39, pledge units, 39.85, which is almost a whole, we're like halfway point and we have almost $4,000.
What? Holy cow, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's a really strong showing and it's,
Wow.
there are a number of people who normally donate,
Yeah,
like,
me.
yeah, most of the board.
Pat ourselves on the back today.
Yes, and volunteers and, there are people that we would normally, and so we're gonna put out a reminder and some other.
When do we get that money to put in the?
So I am meeting with, Nita on Friday. I'm gonna hand over all the checks and maybe she can even write a check at that moment. But we probably can't cash it till she deposits all of them, but they'll all go into the Friends.
Yeah.
And then
The friends give it back.
the Friends kick it back, minus $15.
So you're gonna do it in pieces then instead of one
Well, I
big
don't,
check at the end.
that's why we're meeting on Friday is to discuss how to make it happen, but I would
Mhm.
assume that makes
makes
total
sense.
sense. And they're still coming, like, there are 2 or 3 or 4 in the mail at most days, so,
That
because
is,
up till 39.
Wow.
So
wow,
that's,
that's spectacular.
It's all the love
Yeah.
we put on the letters. That's what it's.
Apparently, it
Because-
does seem like, what is a typical year?
I like
Uh,
75 donations if I'm right. Am I right about that?
between
At
65 and 75.
Yeah.
Something like that is a normal year, and we're at 40. And it's not.
Great. It's only been like a month.
It's less than a month. It went out on the
Yeah.
18th. So,
But dollars wise, what's a typical year?
the last couple of years have been about $5,000.
About 5,
And we're
okay,
at 400,
4,000, 39.85,
39, 40.
okay,
$15 and
Yeah.
we'd be.
yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
great.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's feeling like a strong showing. I think our message was compelling and our project is compelling.
Yeah.
They're gonna be surprised when we ask for more, but
We'll do that differently.
Crossing that
we'll
bridge.
do it differently.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's really, I mean, our donor, most of them are returning donors,
Mhm.
but, and most people have given more than they've given
Mhm.
before.
I wondered that.
Yeah, and I don't have that, that's anecdote.
Anecdotally.
Anecdotal.
Thank you. But I will eventually have it codified so we can really see, how the 2 different letters went
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
what people chose to
Very
do.
cool.
Strong start.
Yeah.
Yep, really
Yeah.
strong start. It's very gratifying.
Awesome. Okay, well, yeah, the next thing on, old business is the logo, but just before that, I wanted to just check in and see if there's any, which is kind of a little bit tied to the logo, but if there's any more to say about the craft fair. You had some in your report, but I just remembered, I think you had asked me to put the craft fair on here and then I didn't.
I did? No,
Oh,
I
maybe
wouldn't
you
have
did.
asked
Maybe
you
I
to
missed
do
it.
that.
Anyway, I didn't put it on here, but we should check in. Beyond what you said in your report, is there more to say?
I don't remember what I said in my report.
You kind
Yeah,
of gave us a
we-
number and the books went well.
Yeah, the books we hit it out of the park with
Yeah.
the blind
What
date.
did we have? Like we had 9 left or something.
Yeah,
Out of like almost
like,
something?
yeah,
yeah.
I think you did 40 at least.
There were a
or-
bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And most of what's left was kids' books.
right,
They were only
So
like
the
a couple of adult books left.
right. You don't.
Yeah. People are
that-
really excited about that.
Yeah, it's
They, I
really
mean,
fun.
really engaged.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And how much were they per book?
$5. Couldn't go wrong.
Right.
And we made like 300 and almost close to $400 on the raffle, which
Right.
was
The
decent.
raffle was really
Right.
good.
Yeah.
We put a couple books in the raffle, and we
Mhm.
put one of the bags in the
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
raffle. And we have 59 bags left, so
Okay.
we gave away whatever that math is.
So we did,
16.
oh, that's not many. Okay.
No.
No dear.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've got to work on that. Find another use
What's that?
to figure out another way.
Yeah, well, so the other day Bree had an idea.
Good idea.
It was
Maybe.
a great idea.
Mhm.
Say
What
it.
was my idea? Oh, about the books. Why did I remember
I don't wanna-
Thanks. I remember everything you said about the date you went on, but nothing about that. No,
Stop.
my idea was
Mine was focused elsewhere.
the people who come to the book sale. That idea? Okay, to come to the book sale, and if you spend if you donate an extra $5 or an extra $2 or whatever,
Round up.
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
round up to the next nearest 5 or 0.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah,
get a
yeah.
free bag.
I think
That's
that's
to put
great.
your books away in.
That's a very good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's put your books in a bag for you.
Yeah, but like I said, like you round
Right,
up
round
to the
up
next,
to the next,
to the
whatever.
next whatever, and
That's a
Great.
great idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll give you.
if my math was right, the bags are about $3.40 or something like that. So
Hmm,
it's great when people would round up past that, but
sure.
some of them will and some of them won't, and they'll still.
It'll work out.
Yeah, somebody's like, I just spent $17 on books. You'd be like, for an extra $3, would you like this fancy bag?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Love that.
There you
We're
go.
gonna put you at the checkout.
Yeah.
Right.
Just doing the checkout.
It's fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I'll totally do that.
Good.
Yeah. I think that, and the craft fair is moving next. They don't want to use the school anymore. I'm a little unclear whether the craft fair is borrowing the building or whether we're taking, like, the
I
craft fair
think
is
that it's-
becoming a
Becoming
library
a
thing.
library thing.
So it sounds to me like,
Focus Society thing?
no,
Sorry.
it's a craft fair thing. It's always just been a couple of people working on the craft fair. Like me
Where's
and
the
Lori.
money? Where has the money gone before? Back into the
It has prior to it going to the craft fair and being able to get signs and
Oh,
things
yeah.
like that. We would always choose some sort of random organization
gotcha.
in the broader community to give it to, and then it
Mhm.
just seemed like it should go back to Middletown somehow.
Gotcha.
So anyway, that has been going on for a few years, and
Oh, is it
the
fun?
movement is to leave the school, which is the school has become really problematic to work with. I mean, it's just,
that's
like with the
unfortunate.
kitchen and like, yeah. So
Hmm.
the hope is the building will be ready and so the craft fair, all proceeds from the craft fair went to the library. Now that it's moving, it can move possibly to the library. I think the general movement will be that eventually, maybe. So I think either Maureen or I are probably going to step away.
I mean, both of you are interested.
Yes. So anyway, having it at the library and then in some iteration of, a craft fair team, whatever, whether it's Maureen and somebody or me and somebody or Maureen and me or whatever,
Right.
then, it will continue.
To
The
be a
craft fair-
library thing.
Yeah,
The library
to
back.
to benefit the library, whether it's at the school or the library. I
Gotcha.
think that the feeling is that's a really good way to move the
Mhm.
money. Yeah.
And
That
the
makes sense.
librarians think it's a really great use of our new space.
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
that would be
And-
great.
Yeah,
I think it would be fabulous to have it there.
agreed.
I think
Upstairs,
It'd be upstairs and
I
downstairs.
was just thinking, we probably could use both.
Yeah.
Use
It'd be
all
so
of
much-
it.
The only issues would be if it's not done. Or,
If it-
and if
Oh, it has
it's
to
gonna
be
need,
done.
it's gonna need a kitchen, because that's part of the thing too.
Well,
Yeah, so
okay,
I,
so
we're
it
gonna
has to
say
be done.
yes.
That's
the
fine,
first week of,
it'll be done.
it has to be done by
It's-
the end of December, otherwise we lose the grant.
It's okay,
Right,
it's all
so
good, it doesn't
It's
Yeah.
matter.
gonna be done.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I'm
that's
just,
fine.
yeah, that's,
Okay.
Yeah.
that was just like,
But-
yes, it's
So
gonna
we
happen,
can't-
but if we can't, if it's not, yeah,
Okay.
it's not,
But the kitchen, I think the kitchen question is, I mean,
yeah.
Well, but I mean, you could do it with crock pots and
right, I don't know
Yeah.
how it
you don't cook things.
involves
They don't
the
cook
kitchen,
things,
you're not
right.
actually
I mean, they-
cooking, you
right.
just need
But, and
A kitchen
washing
space.
up and stuff,
surfaces
they
and
work in a
the,
kitchen,
yeah,
yeah.
so,
yeah.
anyway.
So yes, the hope is that it's gonna be at the library, supporting the library.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so then on to the logo, which we talked with Maria about in October, maybe?
September.
September. So we talked with her about September. We did sort of land on a finalized direction, but then she was going to kind of come back with some more like identity type stuff and some color and maybe some different fonts, and there were some other things that we were going to see.
Mhm.
And then the opportunity for the bags came up for the craft
Mhm.
fair and all of that, and so we agreed to move forward with the bags with a logo
Mhm.
as we saw it, which probably in hindsight may have been a misstep because that kind of puts it like in real, like it puts it in real time, and like with it before we saw all, I mean, all
Do you
the
not like the logo?
no, I think no, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying we left it with Maria that we would see more options and kind of maybe a different font, or maybe this would be squished, or maybe it'd be a little wider, and there would be some other. That's what I feel like that was my read on the last conversation with her. But then things changed. Like I think she had ran into a software issue, and then Jeannie was helping to finalize.
Right.
But anyway, my point is, I think we still want to go back to Maria and talk about, are there other things that we should be seeing, or is what we have, is that the final, or is there more, massaging or nuancing
So
of
my-
that logo that we want
My understanding
at.
was, and I don't, like, I guess I had thought that the board had, sort of gone with that design.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is that design. See,
Yeah.
I'm not an artist, so I don't
Yeah.
understand this, but it is that design. Like it is that, but
Yeah. So there is
there-
nuance,
there-
there's tiny,
yeah,
yeah, there's like
things with-
little things, not a big thing.
Are the letters skinny or are they fat? And are they, the thing, what is that with the sort of serifs maybe though? Or do they not? Or, what, I don't
Yeah.
know, whatever the other things are. And I think that's where we left it with her when we wanted to be seeing that. And I think as part of the identity with the website and tying into other materials that we would send to donors, we want to have all that package. So
She's
but-
working on that fine tuning now.
yes.
Yeah,
We
so,
gave her feedback, and then she was gonna
Yes.
take that feedback and then bring us
Some more
some
stuff.
more stuff.
Yeah.
And we never got
Yeah.
that step.
oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah. So I think we just it's just about, I think we want to circle back with her.
Right.
And because again, we did the bags, which we thought was a really good idea,
Right.
but then we had to put what we had on them. So that's what
Right.
we did. And that's fine.
Right.
But I think we want to not forget that there were other parts to that process that we want to get back to
Okay.
and make sure that we finish up with that
Okay.
so that we can tie it into the website and tie it into what I assume is letterhead if we send.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was
packages
fine,
of
like you said, for
information.
the bags, because that was a timed thing,
Yeah,
but it
we
never
needed
got
to-
approved as the
Yeah.
logo
Right.
for all eternity.
For all
Yeah.
eternity.
Yeah. So,
Right.
and
And
it's
she
kind of-
knows that.
And it's
Yeah.
gonna look basically the same.
That's what I-
think. It's just gonna be
Fine.
small.
Yeah.
if
Well, and
anything's
I
small.
wondered if there was a, like the samples we saw all were multicolored
Mhm.
Mm.
and will there be a multicolored version and a black and white version?
That's what she's hoping for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think those are the things
Yeah.
that
Can
we
we
were.
bring her back then?
Yeah, so that's I
That's
think
what
our
I'm-
next step is
Okay.
to ask her if she can come back for January meeting,
Great.
and we can talk through some of those and hopefully kind of land on something so that it can tie into being ready to do a big drive
Yes.
in what will be Naylor and Breen's kind of pause, so it gives us a little
Right.
time to start hopefully
Right.
getting some money
Right.
coming in to be covering some of the things. So that is, I just want to make sure that we're on the same page about that, because we did sort of lose track of the logo thing.
Yeah,
for
sorry
a
about
minute.
that.
It's not, no,
yeah.
it's not, it's just how it happened,
Yeah.
and there's so much happening that
Yeah,
things, you know.
yeah. So I know
It
she's
happened.
still working on it. She's
Perfect.
fine tuning it.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I
and-
had last contact with her, or where
Right.
Jeannie played, and you had contact, so I just want to make sure we're on the same page. So we'll ask her to come back in
Mhm.
January
Mhm.
and to talk more with us about
Mhm.
the other stuff she's developed, and then how that ties into the website and anything we want to document and what needs to happen to make those two things connect.
Yeah, and so are you the one are you the board's contact with her?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay,
I just
so-
was working on the bag with,
Okay.
And
I
put
don't,
this in connection with the bag.
right.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to ask her if she can come and bring what she has to the January meeting?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, well, and
Oh, I gotta
I
take
guess-
note. This is the
It's
problem
all
with
your
taking
job.
notes, right? Logo
It's very
update, ask
your job.
Maria, Beth will ask Maria.
Yes.
if I think part of that is in terms of timing, we want her to, like, right after that meeting, whatever the board decides, we need it executable as quickly as possible.
Right.
If we're gonna use
Yeah.
the pause to really do the other piece.
Right. So we want to be able to like pick some things, you know, and
Yeah.
settle on a
Yeah.
look or a color scheme or
Color
whatever it is,
scheme.
so she can bring whatever she brings with that
Yeah.
in mind.
Yeah,
That would be great.
got it.
All right. All right.
Ugh.
How was that? Okay. Oh, something I should have, didn't look fully at my notes before we started this. I apologize. We will have to do a quick executive session at the end to talk about budget related, like staff salaries and stuff, because that's part of the budget.
yeah.
So we just want to check in about that. So we'll do that quick in executive session. So I think that's it for old business, unless there's something else old business that.
Do I need to write that in old business? No.
That part, no.
Thank
It's
you.
just, I got to the part where it said executive session if needed. I'm like, yes, we. Right. So on to new business. Oh, I put updating the mailing list. This was just, and again, this, I think something we'll talk about a little more in executive session, but we just had an issue where it came to our attention that we didn't have the correct in our mailing. We didn't have the correct information on someone's address, and it was upsetting for them. So we just want to, but it just came to light that we don't really have a great way of knowing when people get married or someone passes away, and how to make sure that we don't send letters with a person's name on it who passed away 6 months ago, or just to how to be more
Mindful.
mindful of that.
Yeah.
So it's not an action item right now. It's just thinking about what's a system we can put in. I'm thinking maybe on the website, we can put something like update your contact, so that if people make a change, they get married or they change their name, whatever, they know they can go to that. And I don't know where that goes, but we can figure out where that goes to make sure that it gets into our mailing list so that we don't have that happen. And then other things, I don't know, there are some things we need to figure out how to put in place, but that's just something to be thinking about.
Also, not to but I do wonder if there's a way to, I mean, not that it adds more work for you guys and also the town clerk, but there must be a way to cross-reference. Because she has that information. If someone changes their name.
Right.
Or if they die, or if they move.
So the piece that
or if we're even allowed to do that.
The town clerk gave me the list of all the new people that the gathering had been using for the last few years, so I had all of that. What I didn't ask her to do, and I'm not in the habit of doing this, but if she was willing, like, I could have shown her all of the addresses that she could have skimmed, and maybe something would have popped out for her.
But
Yeah,
that makes sense.
also, it's a lot of
work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Because I just know that she would go, oh, that person died.
Right.
Right.
Maybe she would
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Is
yeah.
there a way? But so that's something to think
mean,
about. Is there a way that we could get a system that isn't a crazy ton of work?
Well, this
To
whole thing is a
cross-check.
crazy ton of work, so.
Everything, however we do it. But
But-
anyway, something to be
Does
thinking
she-
about ahead of next time, or ahead of any mailing, I guess.
She must have a like death list or a marriage
Yeah,
list.
so
and
She has
you know,
that,
like
she has
a-
birth, she has all of the
Yeah.
vital records she
yeah,
has.
vital records.
Maybe it's just getting that list and checking.
Yeah,
Just to-
yeah.
I mean,
which
some
would-
things we can't check, but
Uh,
that we can.
Sorry, somebody got hurt.
Yeah. So, anyway, so we just something we want to be thinking about when we're revamping and having a new website, that we can have an easier way of
Yes.
tracking when things need to be changed or updated. Okay, that's it. Then, onto the website,
Yeah.
Okay.
which is on a link, which folks,
Yeah.
Yeah, so in
Beautiful.
the
Yeah.
link that you got sent in
Wellness.
Kimberly's report is just the stage. Like when we upgraded our WordPress to like the better subscription of WordPress, it gave us the ability to have a staging website, which means it's a website that is not live.
this is it.
Well, it's
No.
it's live. Like you can,
Yeah.
anyone
I
who has
love
the link
that is
can find
so
it.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Whimsical.
It is.
Very, like,
It is.
fairy.
Yeah.
I
Does
can't.
that make you want to go there?
I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, that was really. He's my friend. Is
Don't
really,
make it too nice.
My friend's really
Right?
happy.
There's like, this is home, and then there's all this
Drop downs.
information,
Yeah, and so
services, and events.
It's really nice.
and
live
what
Really good job.
description.
what would
So
be
it'd be nice.
Yeah.
what would
And all
be
those are clickable. There's
Yes.
things. Lots
and
of
then there's
things.
not stuff on everything, right? If you click on something, you might
There's no photos.
some some stuff, but if some of them like the newsletter has the newsletter's page is like basically done. So if you go to like
Oh, but here's our library extension project with the where's the one with
the
the
picture, it might be the actual like information. One of them has it. And one I put a countdown on that just goes to a date, but
Yes,
it's
that one.
not a real countdown. But if we had an opening date, we could have a countdown.
Oh,
That
that
is a
fun.
feature that
Yeah.
WordPress allows you to have.
That would be super fun. Yeah.
She's having a lot of fun.
It's
I-
just
I'm
it's fun
so
to
glad.
play, and it
Yeah.
what I need, like the thing that would be sort of helpful that you don't need to do right now is if somebody wants to look through and go, wait, you didn't,
Oh, there's
you're missing
more.
this vital thing that we need to talk about, would be helpful. Because Kimberly and I brainstormed all of these things.
Pictures.
This
But-
is great.
Thank you.
yeah,
It's been fun.
Yeah.
Put the picture of the
Yeah,
guy
all
on
sorts of
I
things.
hat
Oh, where
from
is
last
that?
year. He was great.
Yeah, I just need it like
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
need to
Anyway,
find
it's our picture out front with like the shovels,
Yeah.
the countdown thing. So
The
like,
captions underneath it.
to opening day.
And it's
or-
like I
very
picked like an
cute.
arbitrary, like it might be July 1st, it might just be like
So go in my report,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
and then-
really
and
looks
like
great.
but the look is
Yeah.
we like what it looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
and then
Yes,
like,
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I really
Very cool.
my friend was really happy when I told him that I had used
It's a
his
great picture.
used his photo. And then when I was like,
It's
so we
good
need you to
work.
take another one when we move because we're not it's just like
Yeah, it's
the
different,
right
but it
angle. It's a
translates.
really great like
Yeah.
header photo.
Like
It's
the-
it's got the right amount of artsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's artsy enough.
Yeah.
Because if you
definitely.
get something that's like straight on, you're sort of like, nah.
That's the
It's
building.
so lush. you
Yeah,
know,
that's
it's
such a
just
beautiful-
so-
yeah.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
came on the right. That's the day he came here looking for me, and I wasn't here. So you were. But he went out and took that. I'm like,
That's great.
kismet. Yeah.
Nice work. Continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on the right track.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Good
and
to know.
you said the part that when we move, we'll just
Right. When we move, we will hopefully I'll get my friend Ben to take a photo at some point next, when he's here. We will shift colors if our brand over there is different
Mm,
than colors over here. That green I picked because it goes with this building in that photo.
mhm.
Right.
Right.
So that
Mhm.
also like, yeah, we'll see what we pick. And it might end up being that whatever photo he takes ends up being whatever ties into that. If we don't pick
Right.
colors before that, we'll do it
Right.
based on
Yeah, based on
Yeah.
that.
what he
But
gets,
it-
or I'll ask him to like when he edits to.
But
keep
that would be
those
the
in mind.
hope of what I'm hoping Maria is putting together, that
There will
it'll
be color.
inform, what our look is, and so
Mhm,
like what our
mhm,
website looks
mhm,
like and what our letterhead looks like, and it'll all.
Yeah.
Speaking
People
of
that
colors,
like it.
and back to earlier agenda items, we have to pick a color to paint the building.
White.
We already did that.
No,
I don't know.
I just did.
Exterior,
Yeah, right. We will have to at some
Yes,
point.
we will have to.
we
pick-
will
we
have to
pick.
at some point.
So that'll be a decision.
Wow.
At some point.
Oh, I better write that down.
Yeah,
I don't-
interior
that-
color is
check.
what we need sooner.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Interior colors sooner, but that'll be something that we will have to talk about. Interior maybe less so. I don't know how involved everybody wants. If you have opinions on that, certainly when a time comes, share them. But the exterior will be
Both. We have
Yeah.
to do all, so there is a volunteer who is very interested in color and has volunteered her to be on a committee around
Wow.
color and look, and
interesting. That's
Um,
great. I have zero preferences around color.
yeah, so I
Terrible, but that's
he's,
awesome.
he's mentioned it several, this is Hillary Doran, I'm gonna say it out loud. But she is
Ah.
very interested in being involved in that, and I think it would be great to have her
It'd be
weigh
nice to
in.
have somebody weigh in, somebody who has
An eye
has
for it.
an eye for
Yeah.
it. Like
Yes.
that'd be great.
And she
Yeah.
really wants to be involved in some. Like,
Yeah.
she's excited about
Yeah.
being involved in a way.
Yeah.
Like if we can
Yeah. And we did already pick the color of the rug, so we are,
Right, we're locked into that. That had to happen.
What did we choose?
what you're standing on.
Something this.
Oh, okay.
It's this, yeah. This works
Which
well
I think
also.
this rug is just really,
It wears well.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's fabulous.
I
And
agree.
we made that big decision. So I decided we'd carry the big
Yeah.
decision over to the new building.
Yeah.
It'll be part of the bridge.
Great.
Yay. Clever.
It'll look like the library because it has a blue carpet.
Yeah.
Yay. Oh, smart. Okay.
People go like, oh,
You
maybe
know,
I'll come back
smart.
in the old building. It's not, nothing,
Right?
nothing
Nothing
is
has
different.
changed.
Nothing's different. It's exactly the same.
Exactly. Same.
Yeah.
Except for the mezzanine.
Yep.
Okay. On to the budget,
Yeah.
which is our last and biggest.
Sorry.
So we'll start tonight. At some point, we need to bring it to the select board. Ideally during the month of December, not tomorrow, sometime in the future.
Anybody else?
Next
I have one.
Maybe the next one. So that'll be
Okay.
something to keep on your mental radars as well. But this is where we're at. So talk us through it.
Is that me?
Sure, either.
I'll chime in.
However,
You go first.
Okay, so Bree and I worked on this together. You're looking, the fourth column is our proposal for the new building, or for the new fiscal year, which will start in July 1. In theory, we are in the new building. We might still be partially in this building, and that has not been accounted for in this.
Mhm.
Like if we're paying electricity over here, it's not
Mhm.
in here. The to the right, you can see my the reasoning behind some of the where the numbers came from. In particular, the ask from the town allotment means that for 2 years in a row, we've done a jump. We went about 8,000 last year, and we're looking at almost another 10 this year. And I think to me, it fit with, it's still within the scope of what the budget had been when it was the reserve and this
Mhm,
budget.
yeah.
So we're still within sort of what the town has
Yeah.
raised for the library in recent years. So that's sort of, and I wanted to keep it under that amount so that we weren't pushing higher. And what it meant is that we did a lot of trimming down below. There were a lot of things that we will want to be able to do over there that we won't be able to do until we know that the fundraising has caught up to what is happening over there. I think there's some important places that maybe we could look for additional money, like there has to be a way that we can consistently get money from Louis Library, because we got
That's so
nothing.
frustrating. I've reached out twice.
Yeah. So I didn't want to increase it, but
Mhm.
maybe we could have a conversation with the trustees of public money. And maybe once the Friends aren't putting a quarter of their income away for the building, it could be an extra quarter that always came to support the operations of the new building. So I think there'll be ways that this can come up. And I made some payroll assumptions, but which you can see there, but we're being recorded, so it's should be an executive session, so I won't say more. The dream is to have a 10-hour program coordinator. That doesn't fit in this budget, but if we can come up with a way to raise that extra $10,000, that's the first place we would want to spend additional money, because the amount of programming we're doing here is absolutely tapped out to people who are coordinating it, and the amount of programming and other passive programming things we want to be able to do in that new building, it just that third person who's thinking about that will make an enormous difference.
Is it possible that the program coordinator could also be, say, another staff member? That we just up their hours but have separate, is that?
So I'm working about 50 hours a week right now, so I don't think I can do that.
I kind of wasn't meaning you.
And
I'm working 20
Uh-huh.
right now.
and you're paying her for 16, so it's
Okay, so not,
Not really.
we're
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Function wise,
And
function wise, it feels like a separate person. Like you wouldn't put those two lines together. Like a staff member's current full position and that other full position makes a somebody / coordinator. That
Yeah,
doesn't
it
feel.
doesn't, I mean,
It doesn't feel like it makes sense.
no, I think
at this point.
it's what we've found over the number of years since we split my job and made an assistant
Mm.
job, that people like that different focus. You
Makes a
get more
difference.
than the sum of the parts
Uh-huh.
when
Yeah.
you don't ask the same person to do all of the tasks.
Uh-huh.
When
Yeah.
the one person is, cook and bottle washer,
It changes
it's-
it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kimberly put this together with minimal input for me, honestly. Like I didn't help at all, right? I didn't.
Support.
She,
Oh.
she did take some of my
Support.
suggestions and like, I think
Yeah.
this is really, really wonderful what she's done here.
Absolutely. She
I
gives
think
it-
this is
yeah.
all very reasonable. It
Yeah.
balances really well.
Yeah.
We took that program coordinator out when we were gonna present this to you all, and I asked her to put it back in.
Right.
Because
I
I was
think
like,
it's a
I
real-
feel like we can find this somehow.
Yeah.
I would love to hear the board's input on just what are your ideas that we could put that back in, because I think it would be really wonderful to have.
Yeah.
But it's $10,000.
Well,
So, I mean,
I also felt like what was important is to be able to have a budget that we can give the select board now, so it's going into the town report,
Mhm.
and it is our bare bones. This is, we will do this.
Mhm.
And if our expansion campaign or a grant comes through
Mhm.
for a program
Mhm.
that's a
coordinator,
different
we
story.
can do a whole lot more.
Right.
But I don't think we want to promise that or
Exactly.
expect it in
Can't count on
budget.
it.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
In that today is December and this isn't happening, and it needs to go to print in January,
Right.
and it doesn't start until July, and there's a whole mess that will happen for us in
Between
between.
those 2 times. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think the two things that are very different than other years is
Mm.
that this whole question about what's a reasonable number to put in for heat and electricity.
We take a
Uh,
stab at it. I mean, we'll find out.
That's,
I mean,
How
we're gonna
can
have
you
to go
know?
through a whole year before we're gonna
Well,
be
you
able to
don't know,
estimate.
right.
So we may
Yeah.
be wildly off, but we can course
Yeah.
correct the
Yeah.
following year.
What's
Yeah.
the?
So we
what's
put
the
in,
We put 8. I
We
think.
put
For
8.
electric.
That
Yeah.
this building is about 22 to heat and electric,
Mhm.
and it's a sixth of the size. So in theory, you should probably put 12 over
Mhm.
there.
But that's gonna
that-
be more energy efficient over there
Right.
as well. So
Right.
we're, like I said, we're taking a stab at it.
that's right. It's the best you can do.
right.
Mhm.
So if
Good.
anybody thinks that that's wildly off, we're happy to take feedback. But
I think it's possible there's some savings in the plow department because, I mean, my plan is to have another conversation with the town about that because that's literally on the way.
Huh. Yeah, right.
Well,
Yeah,
and
You
they,
don't
everything
have to
else
make a
they're doing.
turn.
they also the highway department agreed to plow right now while
Yes.
for the
So it's already in place, kind of. So my hope is there'll be some savings because
Yeah.
what they plan now is actually gonna be grass out behind. Really, it's literally just like the road strip, and then they'd have to plow like another strip.
Yeah.
That's
And the little
parking.
loop.
Mm,
It's not even like a parking lot. Like
Right.
it would,
It's-
Oh, and the front loop, like the
That-
front
yeah.
loop would be.
Yeah.
Cool.
A tiny little.
So
yeah.
hopefully there'll be a little savings there
Yeah.
cooling.
in that line item, but we can't count on that. So and
Electricity,
Heat.
but
That's
it's also
a-
cool.
Oh, good.
cooling. Oh, you're
Thank
right.
you.
'Cause that's
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
And
Okay.
actually, that will really happen. too.
Well, but the cooling is
Heat
electric.
it's electric.
It's electric
Something
also,
used.
Right.
so, right,
But
So-
the heat is also
That's a question. right,
electric
so
and
we'll see.
potentially propane.
right. So
But that would
maybe
be
it's
heat.
electric and right, because this is electric and oil is what this building.
Right.
But maybe it's it's
Heating and
electric
cooling,
cooling,
electric.
heating, cooling, and electric.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where mine is.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. The other two things that are new is that we've never we don't have we have a very large building and we don't have a way to clean it other than volunteers or using staff time. So I have put in a once a month. Somebody comes through and
That's great.
resets us. Like our volunteers and the people who are using the building should be
Mhm.
cleaning up after
Mhm.
themselves, but once a
Mhm.
month we'll
With like a
I
clean.
think that's
Well,
great. Yeah.
really clean. And so that went in there. The other thing that Haley and I would really like in this budget is long distance on the telephone
I
because
saw
now
that. Yeah. yeah.
enough people have cell phones numbers that we can't call them.
It's only $20 a month, right? Isn't
Right,
that-
but there's
yeah, yeah. I
20
mean, that,
more. Or is
yeah,
it 20
20
period?
20 more
20
on top
more
of what the phone's
20
been.
more. Okay.
But and this board, not necessarily this board, but I've never been able to get the board to agree that that $20 a month was worth spending. But we are now at the point where we can't call.
I don't
a number-
remember that ever coming up, but I would 100% think that that's a reasonable thing to do.
It's
Right.
Yeah.
it just becomes frustrating when somebody calls and is like,
We
"Hey,
can't-
give me a call back," and I go,
Would love to.
"Can't." Or even we've had
Yeah.
kids come in after school and be like, "Can I call my mom?" And you're
Yeah.
like, "No, actually," which
Yeah.
is really
I think that's
great doing
ridiculous.
that.
I'm surprised. Like, I don't
This day and
remember it
age.
ever being.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
So we
it's
called to find out how much it was gonna be
Right,
extra,
right.
and
Yeah.
that's why that's more.
more.
That's a
So
no-brainer.
Yeah.
I think so.
That-
Thanks,
Is that
guys.
something we
Yeah.
should change now?
Yes, I mean, like, why? It's only $20 a month. Yeah,
You smart.
right. Let's just add it to
I
the.
mean,
I mean, we could, yeah, for sure. Start, I mean, do it now. What
They
if
It's
it's-
a little unclear who
What do you-
has permission to change things with the telephone company, because nobody knows who's on the account. You know, like, I can't get to the website because it's the old email that we used to have.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
just
yeah.
call it.
Coffee
She's,
shop.
I will call them and find out, but I just know that we haven't, it's just been a while since we've needed
yeah,
their
Yeah.
help.
yeah.
All right, so we can change?
Yeah.
Do we
Oh,
have,
gosh, yeah,
does that work with the?
I'll second that.
yeah. Oh, whoops. I'm in.
While we're talking
Don't
about
make me
things.
the secretary. I'm just like, I get into it with the
Anyway, that's,
conversations.
it's looking like,
Um,
as
uh,
budget.
What do y'all
Okay.
think?
Let's do
I
it.
think
What
it
we do?
looks, I think
Yeah.
it looks great.
We'll hold your phone
agreed.
motion for after. Let's wrap the budget and then we'll
Okay.
come back
Okay.
and do that as a
Thank you.
separate.
We
thing.
have, yeah, we'll need to get some executive session motions as
Yes, to
well.
finalize,
To
yeah.
finalize a couple of these things.
I love the talk about the program coordinator. I think that's a great thing to try to incorporate into this big
Mhm.
building,
Yeah.
into the library. I think that's wonderful. I was just trying to think, if we put it in, fiscal year 27, and just let the town see that, our budget is a lot bigger. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
well, they can also tell us to go back to the drawing board, right? I mean, they
could.
don't, yeah. So we could put it in and see how they respond, and they might just say, yeah,
I
we
mean,
could leave it to
It's
them.
something to pull back out, like.
Well, that's
It's like, well,
exactly
we've taken
right.
out this whole position now.
Right.
Well, I said there's no dollar amount associated
Right.
in the budget
Right.
currently,
Right,
but
correct.
we would love to go to the board and say, we would love to put this
Yes.
in.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking, like, I mean, that's a strategic sort of idea, is that it's needed.
Right.
And we put it in because it's needed. And then it becomes something we could back out.
And it
if
starts
felt
the
like-
conversation.
If they felt like, and it starts the conversation
Right.
about, because we have said all along that, the building happening is not taxpayer money, it's not taxpayer funded,
Mhm.
it's outside taxpayer base, but that we also said it is a much bigger building,
Mhm.
so it will be more expensive to run, and our plan is to fundraise, and that won't be a huge hit to taxpayers right off the bat, but that is gonna be a cost,
Mhm.
And I would hope that your select board is aware that
yes.
should be expecting that the library budget should be there should be a significant increase. I would expect that your select board should know that already.
Right.
Like should go into
Right.
go
So-
into that expecting it.
Are we comfortable with saying if you could increase the town allotment by, what is that, 19,000 instead of 9,000?
So another 10 for
We could
the-
have that. I don't know if they would, but
It's
it's
actually 20.
20-ish.
That is
It's
a
up to-
lot.
It's up to, but it puts it in their court
and that
and
is
it opens a conversation.
Yeah.
that is what they were putting aside for the library in addition to our budget. And
But that's already built into this.
Oh,
That's
okay.
already taken into account, right? The sort of like looking at the budget as we're not really increasing that, because
So
because,
it'd only be 10 more than that.
right.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
this is my first go at this.
Yeah,
So is that
yeah.
a normal thing to do?
Yeah, yes, I mean, I think what we have done is we go with a budget, usually they just say, okay, great, we'll put it in. Last year was a little back and forth, I think last year was the budget go around where they wanted to cut the $20,000 separate
Plowing.
facilities
Yeah.
kind of line item, since we had a plan for facilities, so they felt like, because it was tight all around and taxes were gonna go up, we're kind of in the same situation this year. The projection is that property taxes are gonna go up another 12% on the other end of things, so it may be a similar discussion, but so this budget year, we didn't get $20,000, but we did ask in our allotment last year for $9,000 more. So we eight, well, whatever, let's say 10 for easy math.
So they made
We
up.
asked them for half of it in our budget last year, so sort of they saved the 10, and if we ask for an extra 19, it's really sort of just getting our 20 plus the 20 they had from the last year. I mean, so it's overall, it's actually gonna be similar amounts of money dedicated to library stuff. So it's not, I mean, I don't think it's a huge leap, and again, they can say this is too much, it's too big of a leap, either in real money or in optical money, you know, how people are like, oh, that's, you know,
Yeah.
and that's a valid point either way,
Yeah.
and it's something we can talk, you know, further about, but I think
Maybe we
it's a
should-
real need, and it would be great to have that person ready to go.
Yeah.
Start of this budget, I mean, it would be great to have them ready to go before that, but it'd be great to have them ready to be starting up, like, it would be great to have that building open and having things happening, you know, the bus stuff is happening, it's all happening, so it can feel like, wow, that building was really worth it, we've got this,
Mhm.
Right
we've
off
got
the
that.
bat.
Yeah, like getting, you know, day one.
Mhm.
So I think it's worth putting it in and
I agree.
having the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling supported.
And I know, in the future, on the back there, we've made, space for some reserves, because we need to be putting some money aside for the building and for
Oh, yes.
technology.
Ah,
Which includes the fact that the public computer won't make it to the new building, because we can't update it
It will not go to Windows 11.
won't go to Windows
And it's
11.
not like it won't go to Windows 11 because it needs like an update. It won't go to the computer is like when you go in there, it says buy a new computer.
Leave me
Basically,
alone.
it's like here's a link to buy a new one. Like, all right.
Wait, take that.
So anyway, we just need to, like, it isn't this year, but we'll
Right.
wanna
By
just
next-
become really strategic around being prepared for when.
Right. My
yeah,
next budget prep cycle, we'll have a really, correct me if I'm wrong, we'll have a really solid picture of our fundraising. And we'll be in a
Yes.
much more solid state. We'll have a year in the building and the
We'll have
costs
6 months in
and-
the
or six-
building.
6 months in the building, the fiscal year versus calendar year.
Oh.
This is- So that, we'll have a much
Didn't we send you
better.
those?
What?
Didn't we send
We
you
did, you
those?
did, and I think I
Okay.
put them in the thing and then sent you the old
Oh,
PDF.
okay.
Yes.
No worries. I just want to make sure that I didn't
Yes.
imagine that.
Yeah.
No,
got
they're
That I
all
will-
in there,
Yeah, the blank fidelity square, like in that fidelity account,
Mm.
there's another like $10,000. So the fidelity is doing really well.
Yep.
Hopefully that will continue. So that's great.
So we
Uh,
just need salary discussion.
yeah.
So yeah, in executive session, we'll
An
talk
executive.
salaries, because that plays into this. This, as you said, there's an assumption made in those numbers, so we'll talk about that. And then, once that's finalized, then we can kind of finalize the rest of it and make those adjustments, and then we can be ready to talk about it with the board next week, I guess.
Yeah.
And we can talk
So-
about this, what that looks like later.
Yeah. I think,
The other board, the select board.
Yeah.
um,
Not for me.
in terms of the,
Yeah, we didn't.
when you figure out these pieces, you think about whether we can push any of these, contributions and donations and or even my idea here under interest, whether a portion of the interest that comes out of the fidelity could come out of fidelity and go into the budget, like we wouldn't,
Mm.
the fidelity wouldn't grow as strong,
Mhm.
but some of the, you know,
Right,
Or-
is that a, should we like do that? I wonder if that's kind of an offsetting of
I get, so
of
that's
that
my,
bigger ask, maybe. we
right, so
should
that
just-
my question is can any of those go up?
Yeah,
Or can, Louis Library, go up a little because they haven't,
They should just, I mean, they back for 2 years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Maybe we can put a bigger number in there. I mean, again, we're correcting on other levels, but maybe it's
So
maybe it's
that,
worth putting something in there.
I think it would make the jump look
Yeah.
less,
What would be
Alarming.
helpful on the fidelity front? I assume that information's in there. We want to know like yearly interest.
yes, I think
Or-
there's interest and there's probably capital gains.
Okay,
And so we're talking about the interest.
just the interest.
And then probably just even a portion of it. We could just
Like a
say,
percentage.
you know, half of,
Yeah.
Okay, so
So-
if I look at that over the last 5 years, and then maybe I
Yeah.
could see like, I could say a number, be like,
Yeah.
oh, looks like 50% of the interest
Yes.
average over the last 3 years is $3,000, or I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not that, but whatever it
Right.
is, then we could put that number in there as a
yeah,
placeholder and just say
yeah, or like the interest is never less than
X.
X, so half of X is
Mhm.
Y, so we'll put Y in there, and it, you know, in
Mhm.
terms of budgeting, and
Mhm.
it,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
it won't make a huge difference, but it will make some, and
Right.
it's that,
And I think it just shows that we're looking
Right.
all the places. We're trying to
Right.
put all the things in there.
well,
Okay.
and I think it wouldn't be unreasonable. I mean, I don't know if we'd have to, we'd probably have to talk to friends ahead,
Mhm.
but they're, you know, if they make $4,000 a year on their fundraisers, $1,000 is getting put away. Plus, they give us $750 for books,
Mhm.
so that would be $1,750
Mhm.
if they would say that 25% of their
Okay.
income.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
you following me?
Yes.
So, um,
So the question is, could they make a commitment to a certain percentage going to us yearly? In addition to the 750 for books?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do we put that in there before we have a chance to ask them?
nope, we
No,
don't.
We don't.
No.
Okay, that's
I don't
all
think
just
we
to be
do.
sure. I mean, I
Because-
think so, but
Because
sense.
if they're not spending all of the money that they raise through fundraising, and they've been kind of saving it for the building anyway, right? I mean,
They put 25% of their fundraising
Yeah.
into the building, into the funds for the building.
Right,
And what I'm suggesting is once the building is done,
but they
Yes.
continue to do that.
but
it's
no, that
Budget.
that
Putting it
instead of
into the
putting it
budget.
into a building reserve, putting it into our
Oh, that's what I
operating
thought,
budget.
yes.
That's what I'm
yeah,
suggesting.
No, I'm
so
100%
that's a
agree with
conversation
that.
we want to have maybe sooner rather than later potentially.
Right,
Yeah.
But it maybe not before we see the select board.
Oh gosh, no. Yeah.
Do you want both of us to leave?
I have a question, in fundraising, where does our capital campaign fit into the budget?
It is, right there, annual appeal, 4,000, because the last few years we've made 5 and 1,000 went to the Friends and 5
Okay.
for,
Development.
But that's fundraising, but that's not our capital campaign for.
our,
Pitch in the.
yeah, so that's because it's not, the expansion campaign or the capital
Yeah.
campaign, is not part of our operating budget. We are hoping that it raises enough that it can, supplement, but it needs to first buy some furniture and some equipment, and then if it's large enough, it has to finish paying for any construction things that grants didn't cover.
It's a one-time deal. It doesn't go in the
Yeah, it's like
operating.
operating, not as a.
But we're also hoping that it is robust enough that it really could underpin.
Gotcha.
But when I wrote, the first sample of my budget was what it would look like if we got the expansion money, and that's a much larger budget because we're operating at a much higher
Right.
capacity.
Right, and then going
But-
forward, the ask of the town would still go up some, but it wouldn't be $20,000 every year.
Yeah, and
Right,
it won't
you know.
be 20, it won't, like, this is a one time,
Yeah.
like, it's a jump. And this, and I think that's important to say to the select board, that
Right,
this
that's-
is,
right.
It's not gonna.
It's not gonna keep growing at that rate.
no.
Exactly. It's just
And-
that
and
this
some
is
of it
we're
is-
only moving once.
Yes.
This is a,
And
so consider
The two
that.
big changes in here are the heating and,
Yeah.
cooling,
Yeah,
and,
The
that
car
would-
coordinator.
yeah.
yes.
Those are the two big ones.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I fully support that.
I
I'd love to see
appreciate
it.
how
Yeah.
much you guys are behind that.
Is there anything that you wanna talk about during executive session? Or are you feeling good
Oh, I
about
have
leaving
one
now?
I think you should go to executive session and then excuse me after one sentence.
Okay,
I move that go.
You can
Yes.
do executive
Into
session.
executive session.
Thank you, Haley.
Thank you.
Work on the website and everything. Stay warm.
Okay, so
Great. Did you
Glenn moved
pause?
to, oh, nope,
Hold
Glenn
on.
moved
Wait,
to,
hold
go into executive session.
And who seconded? I did.
Uh,
Bree seconded,
Bree.
and we all approved.